The British Raj, spanning over 2 centuries, was a period of profound transformation and upheaval. It transformed India under British rule, reshaping its cities, infrastructure and social fabric. The East India Company, driven by ambition and a thirst for profit, steadily gained control over vast regions, using both military might and strategic alliances. This expansion was marked by numerous military conflicts against Indian rulers and uprisings, each leaving a lasting impact on the subcontinent. The decline of the Mughal Empire created a power vacuum that regional powers sought to fill, leading to further instability. The East India Company capitalized on this fragmentation with superior military technology, shrewd diplomacy, and a relentless drive for dominance. The company's ambition shifted from mere trade to outright territorial conquest, leading to inevitable and often brutal clashes. These conflicts were not just battles for land, but also profound clashes of civilizations, cultures, and ideologies. The story of the British Raj is a complex tapestry of ambition, resistance, and the human cost of empire, woven with threads of both progress and suffering. The military history of the British Raj is marked by pivotal battles that shaped the destiny of millions, altering the course of history in profound ways. The Battle of Plassey in 1757, led by Robert Clive, laid the foundation for British dominance in India. This victory was not just a military triumph, but also a strategic masterstroke that changed the political landscape. The First Anglo-Maratha War, 1775 to 1782, highlighted the resilience and military prowess of the Maratha Confederacy. Despite facing a formidable adversary, the Marathas showcased their tactical brilliance and tenacity. The Anglo-Mysore Wars, 1767 to 1799, saw fierce resistance from Tipu Sultan, a visionary ruler and skilled strategist. His innovative tactics and unyielding spirit made these conflicts some of the most challenging for the British. The Indian Rebellion of 1857, sparked by controversial rifle cartridges, saw sepoys rise in revolt. This uprising was a significant expression of widespread discontent and a desire for independence. This widespread rebellion led to a complete restructuring of the administration in India, signaling the end of the East India Company's rule. The events of 1857 marked a turning point, shifting control from the East India Company to the British Crown. This transition was a monumental change in the governance of India. This ushered in the era of direct British rule in India, a period that would last until India's independence in 1947, leaving an indelible mark on the subcontinent's history. The military conflicts of the British Raj were theatres where military minds clashed, adapting strategies to gain an advantage. These battles were not just about brute force, but also about the clever use of tactics and resources. The British initially relied on traditional European warfare techniques such as linear infantry formations and disciplined volleys of musket fire, but soon adapted to the Indian context, learning from their adversaries. Effective use of artillery proved decisive in many battles, with superior range and firepower. The British artillery could bombard enemy fortifications from a distance, causing significant damage before the infantry even engaged. Naval dominance secured trade routes and allowed swift deployment of troops and resources. Control of the seas meant that the British could reinforce their positions and supply their armies without significant hindrance. Indian rulers employed guerrilla warfare, swift cavalry charges, and war elephants. These tactics were designed to exploit the terrain and surprise the enemy, often catching the British off guard. Tipu Sultan experimented with rocket artillery, deploying them against the British. These rockets, though primitive, were innovative for their time and added a new dimension to the battlefield. The Marathas excelled in hit-and-run tactics, disrupting enemy supply lines. Their mobility and knowledge of the local terrain allowed them to strike quickly and disappear before the British could mount a counterattack. The Indian Rebellion of 1857 saw a resurgence of traditional Indian warfare techniques. This uprising was marked by fierce battles and a determined effort to expel the British from Indian soil. The rebellion demonstrated that the British, despite their military superiority, were vulnerable to determined resistance. It was a stark reminder that control over a vast and diverse land like India required more than just military might. It required understanding and adaptation to the local context.